Let's get to Paul George live.
Jump in with Locke.
Paul, you've been a fan of Terrence Mann all season. You said you were his biggest fan. I think you might have competition after tonight. So state your case for why you should remain the biggest fan of Terrence Mann after tonight.
I mean, you saw it. You saw a full, complete game from a second-year player. I mean, you saw him stretch the floor. You saw him defensively. You saw him rebound. You saw him muscle his way to the basket. I mean, you just saw so many flashes of so many different things. And, you know, he did it in the most crucial part of the game. I think that's what's most impressive. Honestly, he single-handedly willed us back through that stretch where he just, you know, 3 after 3 to downhill attacks to defending. You know, he did it all.
Thanks. Next up, Ohm.
Paul, you talked about, ever since you became a Clipper, about moments like this, kind of lifting this franchise to places it's never been. This franchise had to wait 50 seasons for this and gone through a lot of heartache. What was it like on the court to experience this moment and take this franchise someplace that it's never been before and make history?
I mean, it was great. It was great. This was my first time experiencing a crowd like this, and you know, since I've been a Clipper, so just the whole night was special. You know, to be able to be in this arena and to feel that playoff atmosphere in front of my hometown, my friends, my family, so many important people in my life are in this building, and so it was just a special night, and you know, you felt it. You know, the cheers, the excitement. You know, you felt the monkey off of the Clippers' back in terms of, you know, getting out of the second round.
And you guys have done everything kind of the hard way this postseason. Was there any other way to do this other than falling behind by 25 and then coming back the way you guys did?
Hey, W, that's all that matters. Whether it's pretty or it's ugly, we'll take it. Playoffs is about grit. It's about fighting. It's about whatever it takes. And time after time, I think we've shown that.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks. Next to Miriam.
Hey, Paul, congrats, man. I remember Nance's rookie season, like very early in the season, Doc would talk about how he would like hang out and shoot with you in Hawaii after practice, and that was, you know, saying something for a rookie like that. Do you remember that? And did you see something in him like at the very beginning that he could have a night like this?
Yeah, he was a sponge. The second I got here, he was a sponge. But you know, I got a chance to see him up close, and you know, when I was hurt with the shoulders, T-Man was like my sparring partner, and so we used to go at it. You know, I seen the flashes from way on, you know, in the beginning, and you know, his tenacity was what I needed to get me back playing, you know, at an elite level. But going against him was fun. We challenged each other. I hope I was able to pass some things off to him. But, you know, we grew a really good relationship the very, you know, second I got here, like I said, because I was rehabbing and he was one of the guys that was preparing me to get ready to come back. So, again, I got to see him, you know, up close. And so I was a fan from day one.
We have time for one more. Go ahead, Dan Wakey.
Hey, Paul. Down 2-0 in the first round, down 2-0 in this round. I think in response to that, you guys are 8-1. How did you guys do that? That's not easy to do in the postseason.
T-Lou, adjustments after adjustments. You know, got to give most of the credit to him and the guys just doing whatever it takes, willing game after game, just willing these wins out, just playing with straight toughness and trusting each other. You know, I thought the second half of tonight, you really saw a team that trusted one another. And, it's the reason why we were able to close the second round out.
Thanks for your time, PT.
little bit. And I mean, he transferred that tonight.
I'm looking forward to hearing from Terrence Mann as well. Here he is.
You, I guess. What is that? Man now.
Me is me. Like I said before, just play my game, shoot the open shot, get downhill, make plays, get out in transition, get easy ones, and play defense. That's just what I do. That's what I'm gonna continue to do.
I know you have a lot of confidence in your team. To see something like this coming, 39 points.
Yeah, I mean, I trust my work. When you trust in your work, you trust in yourself, you're not surprised when any of this happens.
Next, we'll go to Dan Wakey.
Hey, Terrence. Sorry if you can't hear me. I'm out on the court still. What did Steve Ballmer say to you on the way up the court, and kind of what was that sort of that walk from the center court with the full building like to the locker room, kind of knowing that this organization is going a place where it's never been?
It was awesome. He was just congratulating me. I was congratulating him. I heard it was the first time in 50 years that we've been to this round, so it was great to see. I'm happy for him. He put so much work into this organization, so much care for the years on end. So I'm glad to be a part of it and getting him to the next level. And then just walking from the court to the locker room was just an amazing feeling. The place is packed finally. The first game, place is packed. We give him a prize like that. It's nothing better.
Thanks. We'll go next to Law.
Terrence, Donovan hit that 33-footer to start the second half, and I could have swore I saw you kind of smile and shake your head, right? And then you went off. But what were you thinking in that moment, the team's lowest moment in this game, right then, as you guys started the comeback?
We'll get back to that, but we've got to get live to Quinn Snyder.
Okay, Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Hey Quinn, so the Clippers scored 81 after halftime on 71% shooting. Can you kind of just start off by telling us what kind of went wrong defensively in the second half?
I'm sorry, Eric, I can't. Someone was not on mute. I couldn't hear you. Can you try again?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's pretty loud in the arena still.
Yep.
Clippers 81 points after halftime on 71% shooting. Can you kind of just start off by explaining, what kind of changed in the second half defensively?
Well, I think the beginning of the third quarter, we started off turning the ball over, and that initially got them going. The 71% shooting was also 74% from three. We were trying to guard the ball and struggled to stay in front. And when Rudy would come over to protect the rim, initially we were getting back to man, and he started making shots. And we played zone and got in full rotations against them with man making shots, and everybody made shots. That's their 74% from three, which is an unusual number. That said, obviously there's things that we didn't execute on, beginning with being able to defend the ball up front, and when guys are getting into the paint, they were also getting in. When Rudy was reluctant to come over, or we were late in our rotations, and they took advantage of it with the ball moving. And they had 5 guys out there that were making threes, and they were all making them. So, like I said, I think our inefficiency early on in the third quarter, turning the ball over. I don't know how many turnovers we had in the second half. It was they led to a lot of baskets, and then obviously in the half court they spaced us and moved it and had us on our heels.
Sarah Todd, Deseret News.
And can you tell me what it's like watching Donovan through this series? And, he had a couple more times in this game where, Beverly fell on his ankle, and then that last play with a minute left where he turned the ankle again, and he's, just giving it everything that he's got despite being so banged up.
Well, he's a warrior, and, I think it's a unique player that has the competitiveness and the desire to play through that type of that type of pain. And obviously you saw the way that he started the game, and I think as the game progresses, it just becomes harder and harder on him because of his ankle, and particularly when they're scoring the way they did, at an unbelievable level, that also can be deflating to your entire group. I think that.
Tony Jones, The Athletic.
Coach, you called several times to try to, to try to stop the Cards and some of the runs. At which point does it comes down to trying to get a few defensive stops and a few defensive rebounds on the few shots that they're getting?
Yeah, I mean, we when we called timeouts to try to make,